you've been around the block so many times. Is this just old hat to you, and it's just you just kind of fall into your patterns and you know what to expect out of yourself?
It's it's definitely fight week, and this is a little bit different. I think they flew me an extra day early just so I could do a P test. Hopefully the results come back before the fight, because if it doesn't come before the fight, then I don't even know why they even did the test. Wasted resources.
Does this kind of feel like Vegas East for you being out here? This is like you fought out here several times now.
Like for me, I got fans wherever I go, so it doesn't really matter where I fight. I mean, preferably a little bit different than Mohegan, because Mohegan's out in the middle of, I always say it's like the Bellagio out in the middle of the forest.
It's a cool place.
It's a cool place,
but it's out
in the middle of nowhere.
I think this fight is the anniversary of your fight with Matt from last year. Did you get over that quickly? I mean, I know that was something that didn't sit well with you, kind of the way the whole thing played out.
It never sits. I mean, that fight never sits well, especially with when it's what's probably the best way to, when you lose, it doesn't sit well. Especially the way when you know you're a better fighter and you feel like everything just wasn't going the way that you wanted.
I mean, in some ways, that changed kind of how the tournament played out. In some ways, I mean, do you stop and do you kind of have revisionist history and look back at something like that and say, all right, if this doesn't go his way and I move on, the entire tournament might change and we might not be looking at Ryan Bader as the champion?
Well, if it was me and Ryan, I think it would be a different story. I think it would probably be me and Fedor in the final. But I even asked Ryan after his to try to fight Matt. I said, hey, don't worry, let me just take your spot. I'll fight Matt again in May or when they fought, and when I win, I'll let you have the spot back and you can still fight Fedor. So it's not like, for me it was still the same thing. I just wanted to fight Matt.
Is that something that you now look toward later and say, you know what, eventually I'd like to get a third fight with him and get that one back? Or
no, the thing is, like, I know I won the last one and then I knocked him out the first one, so it's like I feel like I'm already 2-0, but I still want to get 3-0 just so that he can actually know.
This fight obviously was supposed to happen last year. It got delayed. I mean, so you've been thinking about this rematch with Prokop for a while now. Does that make a difference?
I mean, I wasn't really thinking about this fight. The only thing that's I've been thinking about is how my bank account was low, and that's all because of him.
Because that fight got changed.
No, because I didn't fight. The only way I get paid is to fight. So.
Do you look back at the first fight at all? Does the first fight matter, or is it so long ago that?
You know what? You never look at your past fights. You just look at what you did wrong, stuff like that. But overall, you really don't look at it because you go, I've evolved as a fighter. This is what I plan on doing, and you just go out and just do what you're supposed to do.
Do you look at his recent past? Because I think he's lost like one time since you beat him the first time. He hasn't fought the kind of quality of opponents that you've been in there with.
No, I think he hasn't lost in like 3 or 4 years. I mean, Prokop's back, he's back being on the streak, but I don't know what that has to do with. I mean, when he pulled out of my fight, he had a fight, he had knee surgery, he had rehab, so like and he was able to fight in 4 months. So I think his docs need to come over here for the NFL. And some of these guys that get messed up knees, they could be back in a week.
Yeah. It's a question you're going to get a lot probably now that you're in your 40s. I mean, Matt's going to get the same one, Prokop's going to get the same one, but I know it's different for heavyweights in their 40s. But do you look at light at the end of the tunnel when this is over and one day you're not thinking about your next fight because your last fight has already happened?
Not if I go to Croatia and get some good doctors. You don't have to think about it.
How much longer do you want to keep doing this?
As long as I'm still competitive, and as long as I'm still having fun.
And as long as you feel good. I mean, how important is feeling good, like as you're in a training camp to you?
I think it's not even about how you feel, if you're feeling good or anything. I think it's more about if you're competitive. I'm all about being competitive. If I'm not competitive, and some little guy is beating me up, or some guy that shouldn't beat me up beats me up, then I don't want to do this.
How do you feel like this thing goes down Saturday night?
With my hand raised on Saturday. Easy.
Knockout?
I don't know. You have to watch. I really don't care. My hand's going to be raised. That's all that matters.